Hunting After Dark is sponsored by Feral Texas Outdoors Thermal and Night Vision Optics. Hey guys, it's Jason here with the Hunting After Dark podcast. Of course, my co-host Justin Rumley, and we are here to talk about AGM's newest launch of the rest of their line of the Rattler V3. Everybody's been a big fan of the Rattler for 5 years, from the version 1, now the version 2, and then the version 3.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, they just keep adding more and more stuff, adding cooler features, and I'll honestly say, just right off the bat, it's been nice when they launched the V2 because we get no calls on V2s.
Yeah, they've been almost, quiet. Almost every customer we've had with the Rattler V2, they've been pretty quiet because everything works and functions as it should. So that's been real nice.
Yeah, I mean, customer service calls are reduced because we're not dealing with, how to sight it in. I mean, it's got a pretty simplified sight-in menu that is now carried over to the version 3. And the battery system, working so well.
You have nothing to worry about on the battery system. That thing will run you all night.
Yeah.
And some. That's a crazy thing.
So, I mean, for the V2s, still, if you're looking at a V2, they still have some of those available. They're slowly making their transition here to the version 3s.
Yeah.
So there's still some version 2s out there kind of on that discount, closeout kind of price. They're going to keep them around here for a little while as they kind of get these coming into the market. But still a great product, just got some improvements here that we're going to go over kind of with each model that we have here today. And so we're going to go over what some of those improvements are and what we expect to see.
And trust me, those improvements are true improvements. They didn't miss a corner. They didn't cut a corner at all with these new improvements in these Rattler V3s. They're definitely going to be something to talk about once people figure out what they're all about. That's been the crazy thing is we've kind of had some in the field experience so far with the at least the 35 384. And Jason can vouch for that thing and tell you, how good and detailed that thing was at, some of the yardages we were seeing coyotes and pigs at. And like I said, it's been very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Now, what I wanted to start off with, which we've done podcast over this and reviews of this before, but we can't say it enough, that it is still a steal deal for the V3 5640.
Yes, absolutely. For price now is $48.95. So unfortunately, they did have a price increase. Used to be $44.95, but now they are $48.95. But like Jason mentioned, that Rattler V3 5640 built-in LRF compact style with a good battery system that AGM has to offer in the Rattler series, and still getting your good American Defense quick detach mount. So that's been the nice thing. One of the big things to make note of, they do have the 2560 by 2560 display inside of this unit. So just know you're getting the big circular display inside of there. They didn't cut no corners on that. And then kind of let Jason take over from here and see what he has. He ran this some oath. He almost had to beg him to take it off his gun for 3 months. So he knows every crook and cranny on that thing there.
Yeah, because everybody knows that I like to run an AR. So this was the optimal scope for me. It was lightweight, compact, just awesome to run on an AR. And then I ran it on 338 arc and 6mm arc, and played around with the laser rangefinder. Here that's built into the front sensor here. That 3.5 base mag was not a limitation, considering that you had a 2560 by 2560 display.
Yep, big circular display makes a difference.
Yes, like having that big full view in there. We're shooting stuff 30, 40 yards, which is all in review video of how that's still capable with this, and then still having the magnification. It's just an awesome all-around scope. For under $5,000, I thought this thing was pretty awesome. And they include 2 of those cartridge-style batteries in here. Your battery swap, if you ever needed to, there it is.
Real quick, blink of an eye, you're done.
And where it is, you're back and rolling again. Plus, being able to charge it here on the side with USB-C, or just take it out and put it in a charging dock. A lot of the times, how I am, I just always
forget.
I just put it in the back of the truck and plug it in.
Well, my problem is I forget, and I'm headed to where I'm going, and it's like, damn, I hope my scope has battery. So you just get the phone charger that you got in your truck, plug the scope in, and get you that last minute charge, which I always thought that was a nice feature, that you're able to charge the battery inside the scope, on the fly.
Yeah, not having to remove it and things like that. Because even in the buggy, we can plug the thing in, whether you use the cigarette lighter or a battery pack, cell phone battery pack. You're able to charge it up while driving around, handheld scanning, things like that. It's just nice to have that rapid charge, because it takes no time to charge these things up. At least enough to go out there and go there. You put a good 20 minutes on this thing, you're gonna be rocking and rolling.
Oh yeah, you got a good few hours there just off of that quick 20-minute charge.
Yeah, so it is super impressive what they've been able to do with the V3s, keeping the same battery system essentially from the V2 with some upgrades, of course, that we've already
Yep.
discussed. Those inline menus where we've got laser rangefinder, palette changes, recording with video and audio, and then we also have Wi-Fi streaming using the AGM app to pull information off. And
Yep.
I think one of the things we probably don't cover enough are two features
Yeah.
that AGM has. One's exclusive, one is not. One being one feature that a lot of companies have now, but it's nice in a compact unit, is the ballistic calculator.
Yes, and a lot of people don't realize in this hidden gem right here, you got the built-in LRF in the front housing of the front objective there, so it's nice, hidden, tucked away. Wouldn't know if you didn't know it. And
Oh, it's got a laser rangefinder?
yeah,
We're getting
it's
that a
hidden in
lot.
there
We're
pretty
getting a lot of
much.
that.
And like Jason mentioned, it's got the ballistic calculator. As long as you put your data, all that good stuff in there properly, it's going to give you the correct yardage or correct drop point that you're needing to make those further out shots. And that is a nice feature. A lot of guys, well, I really don't need that. And I was like, trust me, if you have it, put it in there, you'll utilize it. And then you get calls from guys a couple months later, man, I put all my data inside the ballistic calculator and I made a 300-yard shot on a pig. That was the coolest thing I ever see. I was like, man, I told you, you're going to utilize it. If you have that feature, there's not a feature that goes missed. You're definitely going to, utilize everything that it has to offer inside.
Well, if you got a 50 millimeter 640 that you can well identify things over 400 yards, you might as well take advantage.
You might as
of
well,
that.
absolutely.
Take advantage of it. You're gonna have a great crisp image by the time you decide. You know what? Maybe I want to shoot one at 300, or maybe I want to do 350, something crazy like that.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. If he already has a field full of pigs and they get out there, 400 or 500 yards and they stop, hell, get you a single range, get you a drop point, throw one out there, and you never know if you don't shoot.
Like I say, fucking send it, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I said. You might as well.
Just send it right there.
As long as you got a clear path, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Hell, you might get lucky and hit one.
So we do sell fucking send it hats, and I was wearing one the other day out in public, and I was wondering why people were kind of staring at me a little bit. I'm like, oh, because I have a thing that says a curse word on it, but it's missing the U. It's missing the U. It's just FCKN.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're sending.
I'm going to kids' birthday parties and running around, the mall.
Say, who the hell is
going
this
out to
guy
dinner.
over here?
Yeah, with my curse words on my hat. But yeah, you know what? I don't care.
It is what it is.
It's like some of these guys will smile and just smirk and kind of look like, hey.
Pretty cool, man. And they get
some
all
people,
pissed off.
some people get, yeah. You figure out kind of where people are leaning on the gun thing. When you walk around with a hat like that, it's just they kind of figure out where they're going.
Oh yeah, you learn who's a weirdo real quick.
And maybe that's why I got kicked out of the men's warehouse the other day.
Yeah, she probably didn't like it.
Yeah, I was wearing camo, and I can't remember if I was wearing that hat or not. Yeah, she she wasn't real thrilled with her red hair or whatever. And, well, anyway,
it's all good.
Story for another time. But
Spicy.
anyway, yeah. So you got it. You got the laser rangefinder, guys. Just throw one out there, man. Just go for it. See what happens. If you got nothing to lose, man, go for it. I mean, those laser rangefinders give you the opportunities to kind of get a good judge of how far shots are going to be. Have some fun with it, guys. That's the whole reason you're out there is having a little fun, man. See what's going to happen, and
Well, another feature too,
stuff go away.
I think you had made mention of it, but if you're having, a hard time seeing that object out there 300-400 yards, just know you do have the Zoom Pro feature.
The exclusive feature for AGM.
AGM only offers it. No other company out there has this feature. They call it the Zoom Pro feature, and basically what it does is it clears up your pixelated image and kind of not clears it up a whole bunch, but still cleans it up enough to where it's noticeable.
It's less blocky. It's kind of like you think like the Minecraft looking thing where it's real blocky, where it kind of smooths out those edges where it's less blocky. Yeah. And so if you just need a little bit more, maybe you can use that. Unfortunately, you can't run it while you can turn it on, but just like, oh man, it's a little bit slow because it's running that software while trying to move in real time, and it becomes really slow. So it's better for a spotting type option. Yeah. Just know that, guys, if you do leave it on. It does normally come off, and when you turn the unit off, it will actually turn it off. So it's kind of like if you're sitting there for a long hunt and you left it on and you notice something. But for the most part, when you turn the unit off, it does shut that feature back off and you have to turn it back on.
Yeah, but no, that is a notable feature that you don't want to overlook. You do want to try out. Like I said, if you have something way out there that you're trying to really tell what it is, but you're just needing a little bit of fine tuning on your image to actually identify it, turn that Zoom Pro on. It'll help you out tremendously. Like I said, just don't forget about it. Same thing with the ballistic calculator, all that good stuff. Utilize the unit to its fullest potential because, like I said, it's one hell of a unit and definitely a lot of bang for its buck there.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one. So this is the new release. These are part of the new releases of the rest of them that have gone. The 5640's been out for, like, was it probably like 4 months?
Yeah.
And
I was
so
gonna
now,
say
so now we're looking at the new 35-640. It still has a built-in laser rangefinder here to the front.
hidden inside, hidden gem, I
Yep.
call it.
It's a little bit smaller on the front end, so a little bit lower profile than with your 50 being kind of bigger. It's been one that has all the same features that we have with the 50. So we're not going to go through it all over again.
Yep.
Same features as our 50. The only thing is we have a limited sensor size. Limited sensor size in the front, and we still have the HD display in the back. It's still going to be that 2560 by 2560 and the 35-640.
And just know they did upgrade the base magnification. It is a 2.5. Most commonly, you see a 2 base and a 35-640, but AGM Rattler V3 35-640 is now a 2.5 base. So just make sure you make note of that.
So we got 5640 is 3.5. You're like, you know what? I want to go with a 2.5.
A little bit
go
something
with the
lower.
35-640.
Yep.
If you're like, hey, I'm not really getting out there long range. I got stuff more close in. I'm not really ever going to shoot long range, but I still kind of like the laser rangefinder feature and good image quality.
Yep.
This would probably be the way to go, is go with that 35-640.
Yeah,
And so
it's very good scope. Very good scope.
what is this one retailing for?
Why you ask me? You work here.
I know. Hell, don't call me asking
Yeah.
for a price. I'll tell you right now, I'll lie to you. I'll probably charge you more.
That's right. I
I was like, hold on, man. It's like there's so many products out there right now and so many product releases. And I know that's why a lot of you guys call, is because there's so much out there. And sifting through it all, it's like, between prices and features and this company has this company has that. I mean, there is a
ridiculous.
ton of stuff going on right now. It has probably been the craziest year.
Yeah. So our price on Rattler V3 35-640 is $42.95.
$42.95, guys. So if you're not quite ready to get up to that $5,000 price point with like the 50, this would be the way to go.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Like I said, no limitations on it. Still got the same features as what the 5640 had. I said aside from being a 35-640 2.5 base, that is the only difference.
All right, magic trick. Now we got the 35-3.
Look at there. Just blinking and it's changed like that.
So you can barely tell the difference between a 35-34 and a 35-640, except for when we look at the backside, you do see a change. And the biggest change to note, which I did mess up the first time we did this, so this is why I am saying this now.
Yep, you might as well get it out of your system now.
We had to redo this podcast, so sorry guys. If you see one that you said that saw before that looked similar to this, you did, and it was
That's
on the
right.
live. But I went back and I was looking at the backside of these eyepieces, and I was noticing there in the podcast that they were different. And I was like, why are they different? Did I miss something? And I did. The display size is different between the 35 and 5640 compared to the 35-34 and the 25-34 that are releasing.
Yep.
They are smaller displays. They are 1920 by 1080.
1080. Look at there. First time. You got it.
1920 by 1080. Still a nice upgrade from what they had before.
Yes. No, you're going to love it. There's no other way to put it. It's still a good, clean image, good, clean display. I said there's no takeaway at all.
There's still a fuller display in here than your traditional Rattler V2. So that is upgraded in here, still with the display and still having the laser rangefinder. They're essentially with this one, think about they are going through with the V3 series and essentially eliminating the varmint. When you look at the varmint V2 in comparison to this unit, you have better battery longevity with the V3. And because you're going to see some of these closeouts, varmint 2 is going to be on closeout. The 5640 has been gone for a while. Now we get some 35-640, some 35-34. I think 50-34 is about gone. I think they pretty much probably within the next couple weeks, they're probably done with that one. And then you're going to see the rest of those varmints phase out. They're going to be a little bit cheaper. But what are you gaining by spending a little more money right now and getting the latest and greatest is that you're getting a slimmer profile with that laser rangefinder put here in the front. Better image quality with the 35-34 now with their new sensor that they have in here. So think of it as kind of like their Generation 3 sensor is now in this unit. So you are getting to have some better image quality, which we'll talk about here in a second. But additionally, better battery longevity. Varmints were with 18650s. A lot of people complained about those in the screw-in battery compartment, that those were wearing out.
It could definitely
on the
be a
battery
pain.
compartment. Yeah, and
definitely could
so
be a pain.
over the years, There's just been complaints about the laser rangefinder being on top, where somebody wants to touch the focus ring, they're obstructing their laser rangefinder.
Oh yeah,
All the time.
You can get nitpicky about it real quick.
I have people all the time telling me something didn't work, and they come into the store and they're sitting there looking at something outside, and I said, "You usually like to play at that focus a lot," and they're like, "Yeah." Yeah, so you're obstructing
You're
obstructing the laser rangefinder.
Yeah,
that's why it's not working. It's like, look, watch this. And it happens. It's okay. Hey, everybody makes mistakes. But I'm just saying, this is why they did the things they did. They listened to people. They listened to customers' concerns.
Yep.
Not complaints, concerns of changing the laser rangefinder. So they got it here in the front, and then they changed the battery system. They do have the push button zoom here, and then the laser rangefinder, your palettes, recording, video, audio, all the same features here.
Yep.
Still in a 3534, and this one is 3,000.
That one is $29.95.
29. Oh, dang! Well, that's better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be $100 more. I thought it was $3,095. So it's
nice here.
Yeah,
$29.95.
$29.95. Hey, it ended up being cheaper than what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
hey, that's even better.
Yeah, you not quite $3. You're still sub 3,000 by 5 pennies.
$3,000, 5-year warranty, 2 cartridge style batteries in here. This thing is kind of hard to beat. I would think if you're looking at 3534, the base magnification on this one is 3.5.
Yeah, and so it's not. I honestly think it's for the better. Going from the original 3 that they were to 3.5, I think that gave it that much more.
Well, more capabilities. Justin is kind of alluding to it earlier, and then to now is I had to do a double take because he couldn't tell the difference between the 3560 and the 3534 without looking in the back or looking at underneath the cap. Well, I took it out and I said, "Is this the 640?" I'm not bullshitting. I swear. Like I went and double checked because the reason that I bring that up is for the fact that we were identifying targets. Usually a 3534 will tell people 250 yards. But you're going to see footage that we put up in the review that we're identifying targets 300 yards and maybe even a little further sometimes. And it's like, well, you kind of look at the way they move. It's like, no, I can see ears.
No, you can easily tell what those targets were. There was no questions asked.
Yeah, and that's what I think now is nice about their new sensors is that you're gaining a little more capability with what you're paying for. And so that's the thing is if you're going to pay more money and you're going to pay $3,000, what am I getting?
Yeah, you can definitely look side by side to the competing product or even to like the Vermont 35384. You look through the Rattler V3 35384 and you're like, okay, I can see the price difference here.
There's a big difference
here. This is definitely for the better, and not trying to upsell anybody, but you can definitely tell that the Rattler V3 is going to have the better image, hands down.
I mean, it's just if you're in that market and it's just like if you have your checklist, this is one definitely to consider when you have your checklist of things and features that you want. If you're getting in the game, you're like, hey, I don't want to spend a bunch of money. Consider this one. It is one that we've been field testing and run around, and now I get to tell some funny stories, I guess, about what field testing this thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad that we went back and redid this podcast. We went back out and we actually have a really cool story and really cool video that'll get posted. And one thing that we do talk about, is that Justin was out there like trying to shoot, coyotes at 350 yards. I could see what they were.
Yeah,
I knew what was going on.
Yeah, he was like, hey, there's a coyote out there. It's like, where? I'm hunting with the 5640 from another manufacturer, and I was like, how the hell do you see that? And he was like, I was like, what are you running? He's like, oh, 3534 Rattler V3. I'm like, that's pretty good, man. I was going to say, because it was borderline for me on being able to, obviously I could still tell being a 5640, but I was like, any further than that, I'm maxed out with this scope. And he was like, yeah, that's coyote, that's pig. I'm like, that's pretty damn good.
It's like, it was very impressive to see, in the field, and things coming in and being able to identify and get ready, and how it is when you're calling, you're like, all right, man, they like that one. I better not change the call. I do think that's imperative, but I mean, it was awesome where, but we had stuff run up on us. I mean, it was pretty awesome. We've been running that X360 and having some fun with it.
Yeah, that call's been fun.
That Fox Pro X360 we can't get the mother effers to stop.
Yeah, that's
they're running over top of the dang call, getting slapped with the decoy.
I was gonna say it's they need to have a stop button. You can call them in, bring them in. I said they need to push that button and stop them.
Yeah, because they're
that's just high hopes
right on top of them.
Yeah, it's just getting them to stop is the hard part. But they're starting to slowly slow down for us when they come in. Yeah,
so. Because we're sitting there running right now like 95% vocals. So it's a lot of vocal stuff. And I was like, let's throw the full life-size coyote decoy out. That way, when they come in, they're staring or they're skirting around the outside. They're not sitting there running right on top of the call at 40, at 40 yards, where we're having to sit here and adjust and try to dump one real quick. And so it's been helpful to get something, but this one coming in is I'm gonna tell the squeaker story.
Oh yeah, you're over there. I thought you were about to beat a hole in the table.
Coyotes are coming in. I was like, man, let's try the squeaker. Let's try something different. This is without the coyote decoy. I was like, this is before we decided to go back to the coyote decoy. So let's try something different. Let's try something where maybe we were worried maybe that coyote decoy was scaring stuff off, being too intimidating.
Well, then in tall grass too, it's hard for it to really do anything productive. You get out in a flat field, plowed field type deal, yeah, it works like a charm. But you get some knee-high grass to where it's, kind of hard to see, then they don't realize it till it's on top of, they're on top of it, and then it's, it doesn't really matter at that point. But that squeaker, boy, that's something else.
Well, we had these two coyotes sitting here barreling into us, and I had it on. We have like a shooting table for the high rack, so I'm following them, coming in. It's like I'm focused on the footage. I'm like, well, Justin may have to shoot. So I'm sitting there and I squeak, 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 squeak. Yeah. And I just get faster trying to get these guys these coyotes to stop. They would not stop, never looked up, never held up, never checked up, nothing.
Yeah, it's
just
like it motivated them
the whole way. I'm sitting there like I'm a freaking clown over here.
Well, that sounds like a dog with the little
squeak,
squeaker
squeak,
toy.
squeak, squeak.
As many times as he could squeak, that thing was squeaking, and oh my God, I was like, God dang, what are you doing over there?
I was like, there was nothing to get him to stop. I was like, I don't know what to do. It's like, I guess we could have turned off the call, but the thing is, they're sitting there right there, looking right on top of the call by that point, and they're just sitting right there. But there was just no stopping them before they were coming in. They saw it. They were coming in, committed by the time we saw them.
Hell, they were right there on top of the call. I ran up to it, looked at it, got the hell out of there, and then luckily enough they gave you that split second there to check back and see exactly what that was to make sure it wasn't what it sounded like, and that's when we took them. But yeah, that old squeaker, I was like, God dang, what are you doing over there? It's like it motivated him to move faster, and I was like, well,
we really got something. Let me get going.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's a bad idea. We might as well not do that again. I was gonna say they didn't even flinch. They didn't, they have no interest in that damn squeaker. They just pinpointed that call and they got in and out. And like I said, they gave you that split second check back look, and that's all it took. But oh yeah, that was pretty good.
I'm trying to remember, where did we detour to? So we had that double, and then we went over and found a single. Then we had another double. Where was that at? Sitting here having trouble remembering shit right now.
That was over there by your house. Down the road from your house.
Oh shit, yeah. That one was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that one was good, but
I didn't get to shoot nothing this time. So I mean,
that one was good, but of course it never fails. We had some connection issues, and yeah, that made it entertaining.
Yeah, we got to work. I mean, we had 2 coyotes roll in, and then Justin shoots one. One kind of peeled off. He's like, I ain't having none of this. Yeah. And then another 2 came in, and they're all out there hanging out, and gets another one peeled off and commits. I mean, I got great footage of the 35-34 as far as the second one. The first one, I mean, he was straight left. I mean, I couldn't get anything with that scope.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. It's like, okay, even though he got downwind of us, but he didn't hesitate.
He's still coming in.
He'd have came all the way up to the bogey if you'd have let him, but he got about 50 yards and we stopped him and shot him. But
looking for his buddy, looking kind of at us, and
yeah. Then if we didn't, I kid you not, if we wouldn't have had those connection issues with our sounds, we probably could have got his buddy and then a couple more. But there's about 5-minute dead period. Those coyotes were just running around in the field and
they're just hanging out, sitting down their ass. But I mean, the thing is they're still recording the whole time with that 35-34, looking at 400 or 500 yards and be like, yeah, there's still coyotes running around.
That's
out
where
there.
I was impressed.
There's
with
the deer, there's the coyotes, because it was a flat open field. It was plowed. It's perfect conditions. Some of you guys up there in the colder weather, it's like if you need to kind of squeeze by with it, it's like you do have some capability with some of these newer scopes. But
yeah, it was quite impressive.
But we have plenty of stories with the 5640. Don't get me wrong, but all the review footage is out there, so I haven't put anything out here on the 35-34.
He'll talk all day
guys.
About that scope.
Yeah, the 5640 is awesome. Shooting 300 pounders and shooting coyotes with a 338 arc and all kinds of stuff. That one was a lot of fun. But don't get me wrong, I'm still having a lot of fun with 35-34 as well.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, it's been impressive.
Yeah, but that's not even the craziest story. So, just last week we we are committed that we're gonna get some coyotes. And if we see a pig, we'll shoot a pig. But the thing is, the biggest deal is to go out there and let's see if we can get some coyotes and get some coming in. But of course, everywhere we went, it was like, there's a pig, there's a pig, there's a pig.
Never fails. Never fails.
I was like, gotta keep landowners happy and make sure we're killing all these pigs. And so we're sitting there calling a stand, and Justin's like, man, you got your flow now down that you like.
Yeah. It's been working pretty good.
Sequences.
Yeah, I was gonna say how it keeps working, so we'll keep running it until it don't work. So we'll see how it rolls.
This is the second time I've seen him do just like locator house and watch a coyote get up and like sprint across the screen.
It's the weirdest thing.
I'm seeing him, way out there. I'm seeing him 400 yards and they start running. I'm like, just immediately like take off running, like they're looking around, wonder what's going on, and see this coyote coming in, and then he's all on my right side, and there's some cows in between, so I'm having to wait, essentially until it's Justin, until we kind of split it off where Justin shoot. Well, so he splits off, and I'm like, you know what? This happens all the time. We get focused on one coming in, get one on that one that's committed, and we miss a second or third one running in from a different direction.
I'm guilty
chasing
of that.
behind it. So I said, you know what? I'm on pan right. I can't shoot. There's cows up between him and me. It's like he's going to go a little more to the left where he's over to Justin's side. So I was like, coyote's yours, man. It's like, you go for it. And I pan right, and I said, shit, dude. There's a big, huge-ass boar. It's running to the call on a coon fight.
Yeah, it was the craziest
You're playing
thing.
coon fight. The coyote's setting up, giving you perfect broadside. At the same time, this pig, I mean, he's just musty. He looked like a dang hippo, rhino, something. It's
He was
like,
huge.
He just moving like this, just all body waddling his little ass across this field. So he goes in front, clears the cows, and I'm like, if you're good to shoot that cow, I was like, you shoot the coyote, I'll shoot this pig.
Yeah, he steps on the call. He's breaking the call.
Yeah, because I'm like, he's about to be on the call. So I was like, and we did have that full life-size coyote decoy, so he was focused, I'm guessing, on it.
Yeah.
Like he was going to go mess up this coyote. Yeah, he was going to go screw this
fight.
coyote, but he was coming in aggressive. He was grunting and just going through that. We've had it happen one other time before where pigs were running around. There was two coyotes out there, but not like this, where it is reversed. Like the pig, this big old male boar, this boar is coming out and he's going to go screw some coyote up. And or screw some raccoon up that he's getting angry with. I guess there was a coon fight going on.
He knew he was hungry. That's all he knew.
But I was like, man, I just didn't know what he was going to do. It's like we're going to have to pull this off quick because he's going to get on top of this $1,500 call and throw it straight through the air.
Oh, yeah.
And
He'd
flip
put
it
a hole
through the
in
air. And so luckily, that coyote gave you that broadside. You shot.
And yeah, you shot at the pig. And
then I shot the pig, and we were able to kind of pull that off. Even though
it was just the weirdest thing.
Didn't quite connect with the coyote, but
yeah,
right.
We'll talk about that later. That's a long story there.
we think this other competitor's product, laser rangefinder may not have been working as good as mine was because we were comparing. I was like, my range says it's this. He goes, mine says this. I'm like,
we had we're talking like about 100 to 150 yard difference between the two.
We'll say the V3's laser rangefinder was correct. Yeah. And
we'll leave it at that. And I was just like, God damn, there's no way. And I mean, I don't know, sure as shit. I mean, it was right. I was like, oh, that ain't good. That's brand new scope and rangefinder's 100 to 150 yards off.
We know the V3 does really well, especially in situations where dynamic, because like I said, this pig's rolling in, so I'm calling out yardages, and when we put that video out there, you'll hear me call out yardage to the coyote, ranges to the hog, and knowing what's going on. But I mean, it was awesome to see because you could see just the different colors on him and stuff. Where essentially where he'd been wet, he had some mud on him, and then he's running out there. He's starting to get his fat ass is getting hot.
Oh, yeah,
running across that field.
Started to glow real quick.
But we kept that one. I actually went and cut the head off, and we're going to donate to a local business down here to put up on in the trophy room.
That'd be kind of
down
cool.
there. Put it up on the wall and donate that one. We're going to have old Lee over there at Top Gun do the head on him. But awesome scope. If you can't figure out, if I had to run a 35, 34, this is what I'd run, guys. So if you want my personal recommendation, this is what I'd run. But we need to move on. I've harped on this one enough.
That's
I'm
right.
a big
I said we
V3 fan.
We got one good one left, and that's going to be the 25-384 version of the Rattler V3 series, which it's going to be a good unit on the market. Like I said, I don't think it's quite gained the popularity that it will eventually gain, but like I said, still fairly new to the market, and a lot of guys still have some options out there, but like I said, this one's going to be probably one of the best in the 25-384 without a doubt.
Yeah, and the base magnification in this one, I believe, is now 2.5.
2.5,
So,
correct.
so Jessica will have to get it right here on V3. Right, baby.
And it still comes with the, well, this one does with the 1920 by 1080 display, so we don't get that one wrong.
So it is a smaller display.
Make sure we hit
on
that.
here. No laser rangefinder, guys. So don't think the 25 has a rangefinder, because it does not. It is no rangefinder in here at all. So this is just kind of like your basic unit. Hey, I'm gonna shoot some stuff up close with a 2.5 base mag, and it's just got a 25mm sensor. So we're thinking, less than 200 yards.
Yep.
And be a perfect unit for that. Being able to do that, close quarters type deal. So we're able to record a little bit of kind of use it as a handheld, record a little bit of footage the other day. But we're gonna get it on a gun. I might want to put it on something fun that's a little more close range. Maybe I'll do that 338 arc. Sorry, I'm freaking flying
He's
my
over
face.
there swatting flies.
He's having stroke.
Right.
But no, the 25-34. Maybe go put it on something fun when we do the field testing on this. I did get pretty harped on that 35-34 because it was nice. But maybe go back to 338 arc, go shoot some pigs with this thing. Have some fun
get
with
up close with them.
But 25-34, I've never been. I know a lot of guys that are they just don't have the money to kind of hop up.
Yeah.
And I understand that. It's just I don't recommend it for varmint hunting. I just really don't.
A lot of guys, they'll run out there and they'll kill anything and
still
everything.
Go for it.
Yeah,
it's just
crazy.
if you want some longer range stuff, you are going to have to hop up to just a bigger sensor here on the front.
Yeah.
And could you get it done? Yes, but you got to have ideal situation to kind of make it happen.
Yeah,
but I would never go
that.
really below the 25-34 and the other resolutions. No 256, probably no 320, unless you're bringing them into 50 yards every time.
Yeah,
and like this one,
that's mainly the pig killing scope at that point.
Yeah,
bigger targets, closer ranges. That'd be a whole lot better for that.
A lot of guys, starting to shoot longer range, and this is just not the scope to really do that. I said this is pretty perfect big hunting one. You got coyotes that are coming in really close all the time, consistently. And you don't have a whole lot of space, and you need a wide field of view to do that because you're in tight quarters. This would probably be the way to go. Not to say there's anything wrong with the 25-34. I'm just saying, know what this thing is really the best for, and realize if you're going to upgrade to the 35. What's the price here on the
$23.95?
$23.95. So you're sitting at about $2,400. I would probably, spend the $600. It's worth the $600.
Jump up to the $29.95. That way you don't have any limitations. You're not going to be limited to anything.
Should I have got the laser rangefinder? Should I have got the bigger sensor? That's what you're getting for that extra $600. I said I think that's a pretty awesome little scope here.
Yeah, without a doubt.
As my wife likes to say, she loves the Rattler 25-34. That's what she'll tell you if you call. She loves the 25-34. She could care less about the bigger sensor, care less about shooting stuff far away. Don't care about the laser rangefinder. If you just need something to throw on there, hey, there you go, guys. There is your wife's gun.
25-34.
Your wife's scope, your son's scope, whatever it may be.
Anything, buddy scope,
Girlfriend,
handheld.
Buddy and handheld. There you go, man. You're set to go with the Rattler V3 25-34. So there's lots of options here with the Rattler V3 series. There are 4 different new scopes here with a lot of options and a lot of things that you can do, but still have a lot of the same capabilities as the V2, just upgraded. And so I said those things are hard to beat here, and AGM's always done a really good job.
Oh yeah,
great customer service with them on their warranty stuff, getting things replaced. And it's been nice to work with them over the years. The owners over there I know very well. They've always worked with us and always asked opinions and talked about things. And I think that they do listen to you as the customer of
absolutely.
what features you want. And so with this, I think it's been a totally revamp of a lot of their lines of everything.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's what I was going to say is they definitely take the customer's feedback and put it into the scope. As long as it's realistic, then nothing crazy, nothing off the wall. But, they definitely take their customers' feedback. Hey, what can we do to make these units better? They'll listen and they'll take it and put it into the new units. That's what I like most about them.
Well, I'm leaving Jessica behind at SHOT Show, so Justin's getting to go to SHOT Show for the first time.
Yeah, we're gonna run around.
I just got the
naked
registration today. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen, but hey, we still got to get around and go get some stuff.
Right.
Get some stuff done. But don't. I'm just gonna hold all your cash and your debit card for you, so you don't gamble it away. I'll just hand you what you can spend. We'll go lock it up in the safe.
Have to come back home licking my wounds. That won't be no fun. I'd rather not.
Yeah, anybody see me at SHOT Show in the evening time? Definitely ain't sober.
It's definitely little too far gone by then.
And I will admit the owner and his wife of Diligent Defense were very, very nice to me, and I was definitely not in a sober state of mind. They were very, very
There's
nice.
no
They were very courteous to me.
There's no
and when
telling
just
what
like
you were
get the hell
telling them.
they're just like get the hell away from me. No, they were very nice and talked to me, but
That's good.
they're having a few drinks, and I was like, yeah, like they.
Yeah, I shoot one of every suppressor. I don't even have one.
I don't even know what this crap is.
Yeah, I got
No.
one of each. One of each.
No,
right at the
no,
house.
they were really, really cool. They were really cool. I saw that shot, so I embarrassed myself. But
It's all right,
no, but no. Hey, you never know who you're gonna run across the corner. I mean, it's always a lot of fun to go out there and learn about new products. But I will tell you right now, speaking of SHOT Show, pretty much everybody has launched all of their stuff early.
Yep.
It's getting to be a thing where waiting till SHOT Show is too late.
Yep, they missed the train.
Yeah, I mean,
They
hunting
missed the
season for a lot of the southern states, starts now. October, November, December, where they can go out and they go do stuff. It's getting cooler. Where everybody in the Midwest and up north, you hit off in January, February, March. Well, the thing is, if they launch something in January, that doesn't mean they have it ready in January. They may not have it ready to February, into February.
Roughly takes
and
about a
you're
couple
done.
months. Yeah,
I mean,
couple months to get
before they
going.
can build up enough products. So then you're done for the new products for you guys. So it's a benefit, I think, to y'all because now you're going to be able to have these products that have already launched. Some of the other states are probably running them for a couple months, worked out, firmware updates, things like that, and you're going to get to hit the ground running here in January for the new year, or maybe somebody will give you a nice Christmas present and be able to do that.
That is true. Sweet talk the right person, they'll take care of you. That's what I heard.
Honey, if you really love me.
That's right. Yeah.
Or we do take split payments here at Feral Texas Outdoors.
Yeah,
As far as you know, on that credit card, it was $1,500.
your wife calls up
Send
here,
me a check.
Yeah, as I say, if your wife calls up here asking for your first and last name, I never heard of him.
Never
Sorry.
heard of the guy.
No,
Never
I don't
heard
know
of
what
the
that
guy.
transaction could be. You might want to ask him. I don't know that guy. I said we'll definitely keep her secrets hidden here.
But no, I'll let you close this out, man. But
Yeah.
Looking for new scope this season, definitely consider the Rattler V3 if you're looking for a nice compact scope with laser rangefinder. These are definitely hard to beat, guys.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely going to be the way to go. And like I said, I think they'll be very, very big for 2026. But be sure to check us out on Hunting After Dark podcast on Apple, Spotify, and our YouTube channel. And be sure to check us out on our website, huntingafterdarkpodcast.com. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.